Is my family of origin still at work in me? Many people ask me this question. Let me mention 3 points I want to cover in this video. First, your family of origin is currently functioning in you, through patterns, beliefs, rules, and roles, emotional immaturities that have been passed on, and the emotional process. In other words, how we learned unconsciously how to deal with relationships. Secondly, having our family of origin function within us impacts our relationships, our careers, our direction, our motivation, intimacy, and many other aspects of our lives. Thirdly, the use of dig deep questions are very important in unearthing the archaeology of the family of origin within me. When did I first experience what I'm experiencing now? When did a problem like this occur when I was growing up? Where and when did I learn to function this way or play this role in my current problem? Where did I learn that? People will ask me, well, Jerry, what do you mean when you say your family of origin is within you? I've already described it a little bit, but let me give you a little more in terms of definition. For those who are just discovering my work, the family of origin within you are all of the programming, belief, feelings, roles, traumas, anxieties, and immaturities that we inherited from our family of origin growing up, which affect our lives now. For those who have been following me for a while, the family of origin within you is our lifelong emotional connection to our family of origin and the experience of sharing the same super self or emotional field with our family of origin, which creates anxiety and reactivity in our lives. The good news is this. We can grow into greater detachment and self-differentiation from our family process and increase our maturity, our calmness, and become more clear-headed. Our family of origin within us is often unconscious. These unresolved issues and disownings of self can be influenced by greater self-awareness, systems thinking, self-differentiation work, and reworking our childhood issues, such as the work of our inner child work or reparenting work. Symptoms of having your family of origin within you include the following: trying to prove to others things about yourself and being defensive. Reactivity, reactions that are not situation appropriate. They're a reaction of a 10 when the situation probably warranted a 1 or maybe a 2. Too much emotional arousal or anxiety. We're much too easily pinged, emotionally pinged. Relationship triangles. Over-functioning and under-functioning in life. Poor functioning career, school, relationships, spirituality. Experiencing fear, obligation, and guilt, and shame. Low self-esteem, low self-worth. We can be two different people, an adult at work, childlike at home, adult in our life, childlike when we go back to our family of origin. Inauthenticity and hiding is another symptom of having a family of origin at work in you. For those in the recovery process, I might mention having adult-child issues. Those are having the family of origin still within you. And people will say, I just don't know myself. And there are many other symptoms, but those are a few. If you have these symptoms, I hope you'll join my workshop coming up, Getting Your Dysfunctional Family Out of You. Sign up now. There's limited spots available. Often we work on the symptom or problems in our lives, but not on the root. Is it possible to get the family of origin out of us in a significant way? Can we get our family of origin out of us to a great degree? Yes. How? By resolving these issues through self-awareness, such as journaling, feelings letters, etc., changing our beliefs work, emotional work or inner child work, learning and perspective change work, accepting and what I call facing work, facing the reality work, detachment, self-differentiation work, and more. And now let me talk about the deep questions work and share an example. Deep questions are, when did I first experience an issue like this? Whether it's with your boss, your wife, your husband, your children, your mother-in-law, when did I first experience an issue like this? When and where did I learn this and learn how to function this way or become reactive in this way? When did I feel like this growing up? Do the archaeology of the problem. Because so many times we stay on the surface and not dig down in the archaeological site to find its origin. Put your problems in a family of origin context is a very powerful tool. Let me give you an example. A wife complains, and it could be a husband, a wife, a brother, sister, it could be anyone. But let's say a wife complains she never feels heard by her husband. She says, I keep trying to get him to value my opinions and understand me. I always seem like I'm defending myself with him. After a while, I get reactive and upset with him, and then we argue. And then our relationship goes down the tube. Ask some deep processing questions. Family of origin context questions. Who am I reacting to? Who does this seem like? Yeah, I know I'm reacting to my husband. I know that. But also, is there somebody else in my life I would be reacting this way with? Yes, I also realize this was the same pattern I had with my mother. Who do I feel doesn't or didn't understand or validate me growing up? Well, my husband now, but my mother and my brother never validated me or understood me. You can ask, who am I really trying to change? Again, we think I'm trying to change my husband so he will hear me. But actually, I'm trying to change my sister and my mother because I remember doing that growing up. And where did I learn I needed to defend myself, but it didn't work, just as it's happening right now with your husband? Well, that was my mother, my sister, my brother. It didn't work, and I would always feel like I had to defend myself. Those are the archaeological points that need healing. And those can begin to be healed so that you can grow up and become a self-differentiated adult. I was always accused, criticized, and not believed growing up. So I felt I needed to defend myself, but it didn't work. So I would just get internally upset and reactive, just like I do with my husband today. Well, let me do some feelings work around that. Let me write a letter to my mother or my sister, whomever that might have been, about my feelings and my experience back then as a kid. Seek out a coach or a professional to help you with this if you get stuck. Allow yourself to feel and be upset or hurt. This can rework these family of origin events within you. Work to let your anger, hurt, and frustration go, and realize you are now your own parent. You're now your own sister. You're now your own brother. You're now your own father. You take on those roles when you become an adult. They don't, you do. Ask yourself, how would you like to be reparented and supported and valued? Remember, the problems you are experiencing today in relationships have a history. Don't ignore the history, and you can find new ways to resolve these issues. Be sure to get help from a professional coach or therapist. Get the conflicts, struggles, messages, roles, feelings, and reactivity out of you. Please join my experiential small group workshop, Getting My Dysfunctional Family Out of Me. There are limited spots available, and it will be a month-long process of healing. I want to thank you for watching today. Have a great day, and be wise.